Welcome to Hank's Place in 2022. When asked what makes Christianity unique among world's religions, C.S. Lewis replied, "That's easy. It's grace." Grace puts the good into the good news, my friend. Dr. Paul Ellis of New Zealand, in his Escape to Reality blog on Facebook, recently posted an article about grace. It's so worth sharing, which I'm about to do here. By the way, I highly recommend that you subscribe to Escape to Reality. I've included a link in this post. Grace isn't a doctrine. Grace is not a bunch of rules. Grace is God blessing you for no other reason than He loves you. Grace is a person living His life through you. In a word, grace is Jesus. Grace is the goodwill, loving kindness, and favor of God freely given to us. Grace supernaturally empowers us to be who He made us to be. The biblical noun for grace, charis, means favor or kindness, and it's related to the word chairo, which means to rejoice, be cheerful, be well off. The grace of God, you see, leaves us cheerful and rejoicing. It leaves us better than it found us. Grace is what the unconditional love of God looks like from our side. Grace is the love of God reaching down and gathering us in His arms. Grace is God blessing us with Himself because it pleases Him to do so. Grace is the confident assurance that with God on our side, we can't lose. Grace is His strength for today, and bright hope for tomorrow. Grace is freedom from sin and guilt and condemnation. Grace is the freedom from the need to prove ourselves. Grace is divine permission to be who God made us to be. Grace, you see, is heaven's cure for the world's woes. Grace is the power of God that turns sinners into saints, turns haters into lovers, and orphans into sons. Grace is realizing we've been adopted, are a dearly loved child, the apple of the Father's eye, and a co-heir with Christ Himself. Grace is God honoring us with His presence. Grace is the adventure of life shared with Christ Jesus. Well, Hank, you might say, it sounds like life is all about Jesus and not about us. Yes, my friend. So this year, I invite you to live in the grace of God more than ever. Don't be afraid. You'll come alive.